Hey, what's up, everybody? True Boxing here. Thank you for coming back to get hit with the truth. So today we're doing we're continuing my top 5 reports, and this is going to be on the 140-pound junior welterweight division. Basically, I'm just updating the top 5 fighters in each weight class, like telling you how I have them ranked now as I adjust during the year. Normally, I do the mid-year top 10s, which come at the end of June, and then I'll do the end-of-year top 10s, which is my main thing, that come obviously at the end of the year. But these ones are smaller, more updated on the top 5 fighters in each weight class, because these are the best divisions and the best fighters in boxing, you know, and we got to update. So every couple months, at the end of every odd month, I'm going to be doing an update on these fighters. So you know, it could be a quarterly thing, but I think I'm going to do it at the end of every couple months. That way you guys stay updated on what's going on with each fighter. So before we get into that, if you could smash the like button, leave a comment, subscribe to the channel. I really appreciate any support that I can get. You know, any kind of love would be much appreciated. But, you know, if you don't like what I'm doing, give me a thumbs down. Leave me a comment for why you don't like what I'm doing, and I'm all ears. I'm willing to talk, listen, and BS with you. So, lay it on me. Anyways, the top 5 here at 140 pretty much stays the same. Nobody's really made a big leap at 140. A couple guys towards the back end have, you know, made a splash, but nobody to threaten the top 5 in the way I had it laid out. So we start off with number 5, and that is former world title challenger Jack Catterall. Well, Catterall was supposed to be getting the rematch with Josh Taylor. That was supposed to happen, and then now it's not happening. You know, Taylor went in another direction. He's going to fight Teofimo Lopez. We'll talk about that in a bit. And Catterall, though, has been rumored to be in negotiations to challenge Regis Prograis for the WBC title. So, I'm hoping that is the case. But if not, you know, Taylor said he's forgotten about Catterall, that he'll eventually fight him in a rematch. So maybe the second half of the year if the Prograis fight doesn't happen. But if the Prograis fight does happen, that is big time news right there. Hopefully by the next top 5 report, we have an update on that, because that would be big. Still number 4 is former unified lightweight champion Teofimo Lopez. Lopez really, it was kind of surprising that Lopez signed on to challenge Josh Taylor on June 10th on ESPN for the WBO title. That was big news. So these two guys are going to collide on June 10th for the WBO title. You know, coming off of a subpar performance against Sandor Martin, you know, I'm kind of surprised that Lopez signed on, but that means he wants it. He wants it bad, and he's going to have to bring his A+ game in order to beat Josh Taylor. That's going to be a tough one, but that is not going to happen before the next top 5 report. So I will wait to give my prediction before then, but I am very happy about this fight coming to fruition. It should be good. Number 3 is former unified champion Jose Ramirez. Ramirez signed on to fight Richard Comey on March 25th, just last weekend, and it ended up being a great firefight. Ramirez was returning after a 14-month layoff, taking on Comey, who at 36 was fighting for his second time at 140 pounds, and, you know, was trying to upset the apple cart, but Ramirez just too younger and too naturally bigger for the weight class. He broke down the older Comey's body. It was a good fight, though. Comey was landing some good shots, but he just couldn't keep up with the same pace as Ramirez, even though he was landing some good counter shots. Finally, Ramirez got to him, stopped him on a body shot in the 11th round. Jose Ramirez confirms his position in the WBC. You know, he said, hey, me and Prograis can sit down and start talking again, and we'll see what happens. But good win. Hopefully by the next top 5 report, we have an idea of who and what he is trying to fight or do next. We'll see. Number 2 is the reigning WBC champion Regis Prograis. Well, a lot of rumors right now. You know, the mandatory fight with Jose Ramirez came off the table early in the year because Ramirez didn't like the compensation he was getting for that mandatory fight. And Prograis was allotted by the WBC to make a mandatory defense against, or make an optional defense. And right now there's talks that he's in negotiations with Jack Catterall to defend the title there. Not locked in concrete, but there is talks that they are talking and trying to land a fight. If that's the case, that's a big fight for Prograis right now. But Jose Ramirez just reconfirmed himself as the mandatory challenger in the WBC. So are him and Prograis going to come back to the table? I think Prograis probably going to fight somebody, whether it's Catterall or not, before him and Ramirez possibly fight in the second half of the year. But Prograis seems to have a lot of options now, and I really hope we find out by the next top 5 report what's going on with him and if he's fighting Catterall or somebody else. And I think we will. And still number 1 is the undefeated reigning WBO champion, Josh Taylor. Josh Taylor made big news when the fight with the rematch with Jack Catterall kind of fell to the wayside. But then we heard that, and it's been officially announced, that Josh Taylor and Teofimo Lopez will collide on Saturday, June 10th, in the main event of an ESPN card for the WBO title. That is big news right there. It's a big fight. I think it's taking place at MSG in New York. So Teofimo Lopez, kind of a homecoming for him. But Taylor, Taylor, this is a huge fight for him. Huge defense. I'm not going to give my prediction because we will get to the next top 5 report prior to this fight happening. I'll give my prediction then at the end of May. But this is a huge fight, and I really can't wait to see it. Saturday, June 10th on ESPN. So, top 5 fighters on the schedule. You got Taylor versus Lopez, and there is a lot of speculation that Prograis and Jack Catterall could be locking horns. So we'll see what goes down, and we'll get back to it on the next top 5 reports. Hope you enjoyed this. This was on the 140-pound junior welterweight division. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, smash the like button, leave a comment, subscribe to the channel. I appreciate any and all support. This is True Boxing. You've been here with the truth.